Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back once again to ICBM. I hope you all guys had a chance to play the game during the Steam Autumn Festival and that you like it. I'm going to be covering it still. It might be a little bit less than you have been seeing so far. I'm going to tune it down to a couple times a week, if that. Depending on, of course, whether you guys stay interested in the game or not. I'll try to include some multiplayer games if and when I can, but of course with the demo period over, there will be far fewer people on multiplayer. And aside from that, I can tell you that it is pretty damn difficult to try and schedule a multiplayer game when at any given moment my newborn can chime up and go and ruin the entire plan. Anyway, today I'm going to be running a very dangerous strategy indeed. I'm going to try to immediately declare wars. Right away. So we're not going to be building up, we're not going to be looking to get a lot of tech bonuses or anything like that. No, it's just going to go right into it. I'm not sure if this is going to work. This could be a one-off video. It could be a longer running thing depending on how quickly I get killed off or not. We'll just have to see. Now, I've tried US Air Force, I've tried South American Turtle, I've tried Russian SSBNs with the Red October strategy. Tried the defense of Europe, so now let's go for Africa, because I believe I haven't tried those guys yet. Now this is the standard startup that the AI starts with as well. An airbase, a carrier, destroyer, submarine, radar site, and 10 nukes. I'm going to try and counter that, while at the same time get a bit of an advantage where it comes to delivering nukes. Because I want to try and hit Europe and East Asia quickly, before they're able to do much against me. So by killing off their GDP, making sure they don't have any kind of production capability, I hope to quickly, well, not so much completely eliminate them from the world, but at least deal a significant blow. I'm going to start with an airbase, and ideally advanced aircraft, but they are expensive. That's 360 points right there. This is not that helpful. Cruise missiles. Advanced air-to-air missiles might work to gain dominance of the skies quickly. But maybe a tech like improved long-wave radar. Well, there is something to be said for this, but there's also something to be said against it. The problem with long-wave radar is that you get it, but you don't really use it unless you have any radar sites of your own. That's my deal with it. I'm going to start with 3 megaton bombs. They're just 1 megaton of TNT. But still, they can be quite useful in delivering a first strike. Now, since I won't really be going for any kind of, let's say, more defensive-oriented setup, I'm not going to use SAMs, which can be considered very risky, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to use SAM sites, at least not yet. So I'm going to be relying on my advanced aircraft with improved air-to-air missiles, hoping that that is going to just keep the enemy bombers at bay. Some radar sites will help me with finding out where I need to be sending those fighters. And, well, I guess that's about it. This is going to be very risky, but it could be it could make for a very interesting strategy. Let's see if it works. Alright, the Africa strategy. It's going to focus very heavily on production and not so much on research. There is one tech that I do want, and that is making sure that I can aerial refuel. It's going to improve the range of the bombers, the AWACS, the attack bombers, and the carrier advanced early warning. That's going to be pretty important. Getting information on where I'm going to get bombed is tricky, because radar sites, especially around the Mediterranean, and over here on my eastern seaboard, are going to get hit by ships. This is always what the AI does. What I can do is put some radar sites a little bit closer inland and hope that those at least warn me of enemy fighters or bombers, as they will be incoming. Now, I'm going to try and hit Istanbul before they reach SAM sites, because they usually deploy their navy somewhere over here. And that navy is probably going to clash with the Europeans, which actually works out very well for me. My fighters can't quite reach as far as I would like, and that sucks, because it means I can somewhat escort them to Istanbul, the bombers, but not too far. So it is a bit limited in that regard. I also want to be building a few more warheads. These are just the standard small megaton bombs, but if I can diminish the production capability of Europe and West Asia, my closest neighbors, that might make it possible for me to stay in this fight just long enough. Alright, Istanbul. London is a stretch, but is very valuable. 2 birds to London. Now, I'm not actually queuing up any alliance requests yet, because this is such a heinous act that I don't think anybody is going to have to want anything to do with me. There we go. West Asia just lost 2%. Ah, hello, radar site. London, 1.7 million down. Enemy fighter detected from Europe here. So they have their base somewhere to the west of Munich, potentially. And London got hit again for 1.2. Means that Europe's down to 93 and West Asia's down to 98. Now, I don't have any more actual nukes, but I still have some tactical nukes. And I might be able to use those to deal damage against their infrastructure. The challenge is going to be to try and get the bombers home. Now, this is kind of the response that I was expecting. Europe is striking back, but they have B-52s. They have an older generation of aircraft. And that means that they are not that likely to be able to do much. Yeah, there we go. That was Europe. Al Carrera has been bombed, and that lost almost nothing. Because they are not using the megaton bombs, they're using the tactical nukes. Now again, this is a very, very risky strategy, and I would not really recommend it. I'm just testing it out to see if it is viable. It might be. It might be. It is very possible also that I'm going to get wiped out very quick. Because once the other nations start to research stuff, there is a very high likelihood that they start to out-tech me very quickly. Come on, get that West Asian bomber. Or that one. Oh, they can't reach it. Aerial refueling needs to happen very, very quickly now. Rome's gonna get hit. There we go. That means that Europe's down to 90%. That works for both their population, but also their production capability and research. Africa, my nation, my continent, 99%. So sure, I've taken some losses, but not that bad yet. Let's hit Istanbul again. Because I don't really want to have West Asia be too far ahead of me tech-wise. Oh, hello. Another European bomber comes in and he immediately gets intercepted by the improved fighter that I have. Wiped out. Al Carrera is probably going to take a few more hits. There's not a whole lot that I can do to fix that, unfortunately. But I can piss off West Asia a bit more. Why not? Now, as for the rest of the world, I'm not seeing any kind of coalitions. And I'm not going to join any coalitions myself. Because I have a theory that if I join a coalition, the AI does too. And I don't want them to do that. I want them to stay solo. I want them to try and do this thing alone. And hopefully they will. Because, oh, hello, Destroyer. Hopefully they will, because they don't really have a good reason to join forces just yet. Madrid just got hit again. Europe's down to 90. Very good. Oh, Carrera is definitely a prime target for Europe and West Asia. That destroyer, just off the coast of Algiers, is not that much of a threat because it doesn't have any SAMs yet. Do I know what the guys are researching? No idea. Okay.
A city has been bombed.
Yeah, no shit. Addis Ababa, though. Over here. Interesting. Not really what I expected them to hit. Get over there. I just want you to scout out, which is a bit weird, carrying a tactical nuke. Oh, right, you can't do that. Crap. Once aerial refueling is done, we're gonna go AWACS. There's the DD. I want you to hit the destroyer. There. One could argue that hitting a destroyer with a tactical nuclear weapon is a bit overkill. But at this point, this thing needs to go before it starts to get SAM technology and starts to pose a threat to my jets. Right, we now have technology that allows my aircraft, especially my fighters, to cover almost the entirety of the continent. At least the threatening parts, shall we say. Or the threatened parts. So my air patrols are going to be massively more effective. The bomber has dropped. There we go. DD's gone. Well done. Go back home. El Carrera might be just a bit safer now. Let's have a couple of aircraft fly over the eastern border here. AWACS coming up in 2.5 minutes, and that's going to improve my information about everything in this region. Once that's done, I might go for a few more megaton strikes. Because then I'll potentially have at least one more. Europe's -97, West Asia is -9 or 96. Yeah, I still want to hit West Asia a couple more times for that. For that to happen. Yeah. 128,000. That's rookie numbers in this game. For that to happen, I first need to know where they are. So I first need AWACS tech. After AWACS, stealth aircraft is a bit expensive. Thermonuclear bombs allow me to use 10 megaton bombs, which could be a very interesting tech. Because once I have that, I'll be able to figure out exactly what and where the most points can be had and quickly diminish the capability of the other nations. I'm going to park this thing somewhere over Europe. There's the airbase. That's what I was looking for. So now I can use a couple of bombers to deal with that thing. And I can have a couple of fighters scout out ahead, making sure that these bombers do not get intercepted. Here come the fighters. Oh, come on. That's your target. Right there. Gone. 2 more fighters coming in. Come on, boys. Here come the fighters. That's a bomber intercepted. That's a fighter gone. That's another fighter gone. Where are my bombers? Fine, we'll just go conventional. They're probably... Oh, that looked a bit more deadly. They're probably going to be running... Yeah, that was a megaton. They're probably going to run out of air, fighters pretty soon. Kampala hit. Population, 93. So far, not too bad. Oh, these bombers are getting intercepted way faster than expected. Alright, cancel all. We should have at least 1 megaton ready. Let's see who we can piss off. I want that seed aircraft... No, not seed aircraft. That AWACS bird a little bit further to the east. Because I think that West Asia is a bit too happy with their bombing runs. Let's hit Baghdad again. Ooh, narrowly intercepted before it hit El Carrera. Now, by actively punishing West Asia and Europe, I'm also forcing them to react to me, which means that they are going to be getting a lot less in the sense of technology and assets, because they are forced to react to what I am doing to them. That is going to be painful for Addis Ababa. So we can intercept that bird on the way out. Maybe. This is a... Oh, crap. Go home, go home, go home. Probably gonna need another airbase. Where is their airbase? Shit, another bomber. That's gonna go for Mogadishu. And there's a West Asia aircraft carrier group off my eastern side. Ah, radar site. Okay. That's not what I'm looking for, though. Where is... Oh, you're gonna refuel. Mm-hmm. Where is your airbase? Because that airbase is starting to get quite annoying. There's another bird. I think they keep spamming bombers. Which actually works for me quite well. Because that means that they're building a lot of bombers and nukes But at the same time, they're not probably getting a lot of tech done. West Asia's 95, I'm at 90. Hello, where's your airbase? Did somebody destroy your airbase? Oh, oh, it's farther to the east. Yep, there it is. Get the hell out. Shit. Well, that was lovely. I need another AWACS. And I need that as a priority. Thermonuclear bombs in 20 seconds. Once that's done, we're gonna go full on production for a while.
Research complete.
And just get that AWACS out there, but also start to produce a few megaton bombs. As for bombers, I would like to replenish my aircraft. AWACS is operational. Get that over there. We can hit Istanbul again with one of my smaller nukes. We're also going to be building a couple of fighters and some bombers. Shit. I really hope to be delivering a couple of hammer blows to West Asia, because they keep hitting me. I'm down to 88%. Alright, Istanbul and Baghdad. Off you go. Hit him. That's some serious firepower right there. They're down to 90.
A city has been bombed.
Now they're down to 88. Still a large population in these towns. I'm getting more and more irradiated over here, though. Oh, you're hitting with small nukes.
A city has been bombed.
Quite a few of them, to be sure. Yeah. Let's say Cape Town's not quite the place to visit this time of year. Probably wouldn't do you any good. Alright. Istanbul. Oh, I cannot reach Tehran yet. I didn't have one ready. I need more of these. Quickly. Istanbul hit again. West Asia down to 86. Oh, it looks like everybody else is joining in too. How's Russia? Russia's down to 87. Europe, 89. South America, 99. Pacific, 100. North America, 100. I do find it very interesting to see how the AI well, not so much respects, but reacts to my bombing runs. Because I now forced the world into an early war that they probably do not want. Because now nobody has a tech advantage. Which means it's a very different fight from what you normally have. Tehran's population, 7.1 million. Just checking, could you actually hit that thing? What the hell are you doing? Attack. Tehran. And Berlin.
Air wings replenished.
Good. No production, though. Give me more megaton bombs. 10 megaton bombs, in fact. You don't have any bombs? Get back. Alright, Tehran. That's better. Well, not for Tehran, it isn't. European bird coming in. We have another one ready. I'd really like to try and hit Berlin, but I think that airbase is going to get in the way. So let's hit London instead. And hope that my jet's too fast to get intercepted. You didn't drop again? Come on. What the hell? I don't get it. Why are my jets not moving? Why are they not attacking? Here, attack Yida. You. Go. That'll do it. Next strike. Riyadh. West Asia is now starting to take some serious hits. They're down to 80%. I'm down to 78%, so I'm slightly worse off, though. I still have a couple of bombs ready. Replenish air wings. We're gonna hit Madrid. Sorry, Madrid. It's not personal, it's just a nuke. Cape Town hit. I'm still gonna say it's only 44,000. I mean, one death... What was the quote again? One death is a tragedy, but 44,000 is a statistic. Bogota hit 1.3 million. Looks like South America is also having some fun. Holy shit. 253? Can we reach that? We can reach that. Yes. And Sao Paulo as well. I just hope that I don't get intercepted. Please tell me you guys are actually going to drop something this time around. That'd be lovely. Still not researching anything. I'm just building shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They have Samtech. Looks like they'll make it. But I am slightly concerned about their trip home. There. South America's been reduced to 76%. I'm still sitting at 78%. North America sitting at 99%. And we have East Asia sitting at 89%. They do look positively glowing, though. Shanghai? Ah, it's not that bad. 10.6 million left. St. Petersburg. 2.1. How about going for another air base next? Once we've resupplied everything, that is. Alright, 2 nukes standing by. What do we hit? And where do we hit it? Europe, what's your status? 84. Let's change that right quick. Rome, Barcelona. Another fighter coming in. I still believe that my fighters are far superior to theirs. Rome hit. Barcelona hit. That puts Europe down below 80? Yeah, just below 80. The problem is North America. I don't believe that I can reach that. I can. Okay. Then the next real question is there or is there not an aircraft carrier group in the way? Because if there is, then it's going to be a pretty difficult strike. So far, it seems to be fine, though. Oh, shit. Well, New York just took a big blast. That was 3.7, and the bomber actually survived. North America down to 92. They do have some sort of air base sitting northeast of Montreal, because that's where I got hit from. With their fighters, that is. Cape Town hit, another 9,800. They really don't like Cape Town. And they keep hitting it. It's just 7,000 dead at this point. So it's... I know it sounds terrible, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. London. I'm fairly indiscriminately bombing towns. Pretty much regardless of where I can find them. I'm just trying to pump up my score. And at the same time, keeping everybody more or less down at the same level. Europe's down to 76. West Asia down to 79. I still have a few more. Bucharesti. Hold on a minute. That was North American. Bucharesti, 921,000. I'm gonna need another airbase. Let's prioritize that, because that gives me another AWACS, and I can put that over here and intercept anything that comes out of the US. Because right now, they seem to be trying to strike back a bit. Who would like to go next? London is pretty low on points. Berlin's quite good. But this European airbase is getting in my way. South America is still interesting. Somewhat. New York is still quite valuable, and so is Montreal, and so is Toronto. But Toronto's hard to hit. Let's go for Sao Paulo again. Just don't get intercepted by DD, will ya? There we go. How many? 2.5 million. Whew. Do it again. We probably can't quite hit Santiago. But we can hit Salvador. South America, that is 66%. They keep hitting Cape Town. I'm not sure what Cape Town did, but it looks like they positively want everybody inside that town dead. Everybody. My population's still down to 76%. US has dropped to 88. East Asia 71. 89 for the Pacific. I can hit Jakarta. I'm just not sure if my birds are going to get there. Or whether they will get intercepted. Let's try. Really? Oh, hello. Hello. That is a destroyer. That thing has to go. It's not just a destroyer, is it? It's a couple of birds as well. Attack bombers. That means there's a carrier group nearby. Interesting. Interesting. There's the bomber with the nuclear warhead. How many fighters do we still have left? Well, quite a few. It's not too bad. Let's reposition that AWACS over here. Because they seem to be happy using their attack wings on this side. It looked like my bomber might actually make it to Jakarta. That's going to do some damage against Jakarta. 4 million. And that puts the Pacific down to 80%. I'm still down to 72. Could be a hell of a lot. Oh, hello! There's an aircraft carrier group there. Right. No SAMs, if I'm not mistaken. This is a bit much. Striking a carrier with a 10 megaton warhead, but I kind of need this thing dead. There. I just hope it's going to make it there. That's going to be the big question. Can you get there? Or will you get blown out of the sky by the fighters? Also, is it still where it's supposed to be? Yeah, kinda. But, yep, there we go. Bombs away. And that also wiped out the DD. Look at that. Some shit just fixes itself. Alright. Who would like to go next? Do I go for bombing this airbase? Yes. I just hope it's gonna get there. Yes! Airbase gone. That came at the fairly light expense of just one bomber. I mean, it sounds bad, but that is... that is survivable. One bomber is not too bad. Especially since now Europe is open to attack. And Europe's not going to enjoy that, because now Berlin is going to get hit. And it's going to get hit by one of those 10 megaton warheads. We're building a lot of fighters at this point. Because probably over here I lost a load of planes. South America, that is 60%. North America, 82%. Berlin took a hit, putting Europe at 67. I'm still at 72. North America and Pacific are still a bit ahead. I need to find that South American destroyer group. Let's see if I can get rid of those. Okay, they're not... there they are. Unfortunately, I don't really have anything that's small enough to hit them, if you will. And tossing another 10 megaton warhead on top of it is a bit overkill. Now, I want you to keep an eye on them. I want you to take him out. Oh, you don't have another one. Understood. Now you do. Now you do. Hello, guys! Gone. Were you unarmed? Oh, right, you were unarmed. Okay. I'll take another couple of nukes. Relatively small ones at that. Get rid of that destroyer. Get over here. How are we doing? 72. We're still fine. Oh, see, it's going to go for a resupply. Crap, that means I just lost line of sight. Okay. So, I keep calling it seed. It's an AWACS. It's not seed. It's an AWACS bird. Oh. Do you need resupplies? Probably not that many. Because I don't think I've lost too many birds. Where's that airbase? If it's still there. Points-wise, I'm doing quite well. 1286. Ah. They know where I am. Or do they? Hold on. There is a SAM site. Unfortunately, my fighters probably can't reach this. No, not even close. Let's hit New York. Twice. Uh-oh.
Air
Nope.
wings replenished.
I'm not sure if they can get to me. Oh, we're good. Perfect. Let's keep building a few more megaton bombs. London, not so good to live in currently. You might want to avoid Berlin for a while. East Asia, though. You guys have gained quite a few points. I mean, not as many as I have, but still, they're not that bad. Sitting at 328. New York? New York. Not a good time. Oh, there's the airbase. Not a good time to be in New York. 2.14 left, that is. Probably will come at the expense of both of my aircraft. 1.8. 1.08, in fact. Oh, crap. It's only 20 minutes left? Okay. Look at that. We've only hit a warhead efficiency of 14%. Normally, at this point of the battle, the warhead efficiency is way, way, way higher. Not this time. Not this time. How many bombs do we have? Because I want all of them. We're going to execute a strike plan. Source, airbase, target, Europe. Well, no, actually target everyone. Fuck it, target everyone. Plan, execute, Alpha. We're just gonna see who I can hit and where I can get the most points. And it seems to be Mexico City, so that's where one of my bombers is going. Another one's going to Kiev. Okay. A bit of a weird choice, but sure. We got another one going to Bombay. New Mexico is... well, Mexico City's blasted a bit. Bomber's going to Montreal. That is really, really, really risky. I'd rather have you go to Mexico City, because then you're bypassing both of those air bases. If you're not going to take that route, it's probably going to lead to your demise. I need more bombs. Especially when we're finishing in just 15 minutes and change. Do me a favor. Thank you. That didn't do Mexico City any favors, though. Once again, we're going to hit Mexico. Score 2,225. Population alive, 72%. Alliances? None. Everybody hates each other. Let's keep this AWACS a bit closer to the shore. Because there might still be an American response, and I want to be on top of it before it strikes me. America's down to 56, South America is down to 55, Europe 61, West Asia 54, Pacific 72, Russia 65, and East Asia at 51. And I'm at 72. Not bad. This actually went a hell of a lot better than I'd expected. A hell of a lot better. Europe tries to fly back with a bomber. 2365. Interesting. All I have to do is just keep building megaton bombs. And just, well, let the strike plan take care of itself. Oh, was that ours? Might have been. At this point, I don't even know anymore. It does look, however, like we're a bit out of aircraft here. Here too, potentially. So I might have bombs, but I don't have a delivery platform. Let's prioritize the bombers first, then. Do we still have 1 or 2 airborne somewhere? Yes, here. You're going to attack Bangalore. Oh, that's valuable. There's still quite a bit of population in Bangalore. Not for much longer, though. Not for much longer. Boom. Score 2558. That was West Asia again. Down to 49%. We have 1 bomber here. And we're immediately using it to go on the offensive against Budapest. Fighter from Europe tries to intercept, fails, and gets shot down. There's a Russian destroyer out there. What? You're pretty far from home. Curious. Alright, how many bombers we got? We're building a new flight of bombers for the, well, the old airbase. Which is still here, despite having been seriously used a lot. Interesting. Time to finish, 6 minutes 40. Bring out the nukes. Let me see if I can get above 3,000 points, but that might be a stretch. You're gonna hit Moscow? Do you really think that that's the best hit? Ah, 61. The problem is that airbase. I don't want to fly over that airbase. So I'm going to tell you to adjust your... oh, actually Milan. No, Munich. Munich's more valuable, 48 points. We have a bird on our tail, but it looks like the bomber's just too fast. Destroyer not found, whatever. Enemy radar side of Europe detected. Yeah, I think that that's not that useful for Europe, though. We're out of megatons again. Oh no, he's still gonna try and fly over. Hold on, he didn't get shot down. Wait a minute. Does that mean that that airbase is out of fighters? It could very well be. Because it already went to war quite a bit, probably. There, that's your airbase gone. At the expense of a fighter. Sorry, bomber, sure. No, bombers first. With a 10 megaton. Any points to be had in South America? Buenos Aires? If we can get there, that is. That remains to be seen. It is a bit of a stretch. Here's the bomber. This radar site will probably pick up my aircraft. But I don't know if they have any kind of interceptor ready. Nope, they don't. Sorry. How many? Buenos Aires, 1.9 million. Well, I'm creeping closer to my 3,000 point score, but I don't think I'm going to get there in the next 100 seconds. Done to finish. Yeah, I know. I have no more bombers. I have 1 bomber that's currently airborne. Hold on. You guys over here. How many? Oh, I got 5 of those. Perfect. Athens, Rome. Probably the only few destinations I can still hit. I know Marseille and Milan were more expensive, more valuable. But with 5 seconds on the clock, I couldn't have reached those. Rome. Yes. Just before the time ended, I hit Rome for 491,000. So, that was actually a hell of a lot more efficient than I had expected. I think the AI just doesn't really know what to do with this. Because I don't really... How shall I put it? I didn't have any kind of attack advantage. The only thing that I went with was improved fighters. And improved air... Sorry, what was it? Improved aircraft and then improved air-to-air capability. So that they couldn't strike back. Then I went for aerial refueling and AWACS. And I think that that's the only few things that I researched. So with almost no research, and a load of aircraft, and a load of megaton... Oh, and I researched the thermonuclear bombs for the 10 megaton bombs. I was able to get 110 million people killed. Well, actually not well, while still maintaining a decent population of my own. I kicked off this nuclear war, and I dropped probably more nukes than everybody else combined. More megatons. Good lord. So, it's been suggested a few times that I try and tech up. But it is not actually always the right thing to do. Because this tactic also allows you to get quite a lot of points. Whether this will work against a player, I don't know. Maybe. I might have to test that out at some point. Anyway, that'll be all for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please give it a like so more people can watch it. And if you have any questions about the game, let me know and I'll try to answer them as best I can. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you soon for more nukes.